Number 45, we're told to factor the expression completely, and we have 5x squared minus 13x minus 6. So again, we're factoring, so we have to remember those two questions we always ask ourselves. Is there a GCF? If there is a GCF, you have to factor it out. And then question number 2, how many terms are there? So let's see, I don't see a GCF here in number 45, so we can say how many terms are there? Well, there are 3 terms, which tells us we're going to use the scissors method. And the scissors method tells us to take the coefficient of the squared term, in this case 5, and tells us to take this constant 6 and put them into a t-table and list all of the factors. So the factors of 5, well, that's a prime number, so we only have 1 times 5, 1 times itself. 6, we have 1 times 6, 2 times 3. And now let's go ahead and list these factors vertically so that we can actually perform the scissors method. Here on the left with 5, we have no other option but to use the 1 and the 5, so we'll vertically stack 1 and 5. Here on the right, we have more than one choice, and so as I've said in class, we always want to try to choose the numbers, the factors that are closest together numerically, because 9 times out of 10 that will yield a combination that works. So let's see, 2 and 3, so we'll try 3 and 2, and if that doesn't work, we'll try 2 and 3. We're going to cross multiply, and again, it's called scissors, right, because it kind of looks like a little pair of scissors. All right, and we're looking to use subtraction to get to a negative 13. So 1 times 2 gives us 2, 5 times 3 gives us 15. Is there some combination using a 15 and a 2 that we can get to a negative 13? Well, yeah, I think we can, right? If we let the 2 be positive and this 15 be negative, we can use, therefore, subtraction to get to a negative 13. And remember, whatever sign you put with that cross product bounces over. Whatever sign you put with the cross product bounces over. We're working with the variable x, so we'll go ahead, wrap these in parentheses horizontally, and pop in an x after this first term. And so our factors become 1x minus 3, but that's the same as saying x minus 3, right? We're going to get out of the habit of writing that 1 in front of our x. The second factor, 5x plus 2, so 5x plus 2, and there we have it, number 45. Remember, as I've said in previous videos, if this happens to be one of the questions that you get and it's a multiple choice, remember, it may not necessarily present itself to you as x minus 3, 5x plus 2. It may present itself to you as 5x plus 2 first, followed by the x minus 3. Remember, what order the parentheses come in doesn't matter. What's inside the parentheses does matter. All right, so there's number 45.